Hello everyone, welcome to DayBasy. In this video we will learn about conditional statements and looping statements in JavaScript. So in previous video we have learned about the variables, data types, operators and all those. Now let's begin with conditional statements and looping statements. So conditional statements we have three types: if else and if else if. So we will see all one by one. So let's begin with if. So the if is the same. We will give a condition, and then if the condition is true, we will run some block of code. So we'll see the syntax of it. It is similar to C. So we will just see the syntax if, and then same in the bracket if 10 greater than 5, then we are going to print console log 10 is greater. Okay, this is the basic if statement. This is our condition and this is the set block of codes. So if this is true, this complete block of code will be running. So let's see the output. There you go. 10 is greater. If 10 is greater than 5, it is obviously greater than 5, so this is working. So yeah, this is one thing, and then we will just see if and then else. If it is else, we will print console.log 10 is not greater. Okay, now we will just change this. Okay, we will see now the else part of code will be working. So basically if is false, we will the else part will work. I hope you guys are familiar with all this if and basic concept of programming. If you are not so familiar, you can go check out the C programming tutorial to understand it properly. So you'll run this and see. 10 is not greater, so we got this as the answer. Okay, now we will see the if else part. So for if else, we will be doing with the help of a variable. So I'll just create a variable where a equal to 10, and then I'll just change this to a, and then if a is less than 5, this will print, and again let me give else if, and then we are going to give the condition a equal to 10, then we will print it as console.log value of a is 10. Okay, now I have to give the semicolon here. Okay, now we will run this and see. So we will be getting this if else as the answer, so we will run it. Value of a is 10. So yeah, this is the basics of conditional statements. I hope it is similar as any other programming language who have same type if and the condition and then the statements, else if condition and then the statement, else and then the condition. Else will be not having any condition to it, because if any of this is false, then obviously this will run. So this is the basics of conditional statement. Now let's go to switch statements. We'll clear this output. So to create a switch statement, we will be needing a variable. So I'll create a variable, again the same a equal to, I'll create a capital A, I'll give a capital A character, and then I will tell switch inside braces a. Inside this I will tell case a and then a colon. Here I will write console.log the value is a, and then I will break it. I will give another case is b, Again I'll write console.log value is b, and then I'll give again break, and then there comes the default. Inside default we will just console it. Invalid data. Okay, this is our basic switch case. So I hope you guys again know the switch cases, how it works. If again you are not familiar with all this, please go check out the C programming tutorial to understand it. So yeah, this is our switch statement, the variable, and then we are checking for the condition. So basically this is a variable and the data variable which is having, if the variable a, if it data is having a, then it will print this, and then it will break and it will come out of the switch case. And if it is not a, then it will come to this case, and if any of the case is not true, then the default will work. So we will just run this and see what we are getting an answer. So the value is a because our value here is a. So let me give here b, and then again run it. The value is b. So okay, now let me give a integer value and let me run the code. Invalid data. So yeah, this is our switch case statements, and this is how it is basically same as C programming, the same syntax even for switch cases. Now let's go through the looping statements. So there are three looping statements. One is for loop, while loop, and do while loop. So we will just start with while loop. So again same, while, condition, and the statement. So let me tell while. Okay, I will need a variable again. So let me create a variable where I equal to 0. Okay, now here let me tell while I less than 10, and here let me print console log I. Okay, this is our basic while loop function. This is our while loop syntax, while, condition, and then inside the flat bracket we will have the statements. So here we are just printing the value of I, and then let me increment it I plus plus. Yeah, okay, let's run this code. I think we have to get I for 10 times, so let's just run it. Okay, we got it. 0 to 9, that is 10. So this is the while loop, and if it is false it will not be working, and we will check for do while. So again we will create a do, and then we will take the condition out from here, and then here we will give while, and then we'll tell I less than equal to 10. Yeah, this is our do while loop. Again I hope you know do while loop. The same syntax, basically it is all same with the C and JavaScript syntaxes in looping and conditional statements. So we'll run this. Again we are getting the same output, but I have done it with using do while loop. Now let's see about for loop. So I'll keep the variable I as same. I'll create a for loop for I equal to 0, I less than 10, and then I plus plus. Again I'll print the value of I. Okay, so I plus plus. Okay, I'll run the code again. Again we got the values 0 to 10. These are the basics things which we already know. Now let's we have more two types to use with the for loop. So let me tell about that. So I'll create an array. So where array equal to new array, and then inside this I'll give the value 1 2 3 4. Okay, let me give it 744, and then I will just remove this variable I. Okay, now we have an array. Now to loop through this array, by using for loop, we have a function called for in. So let's see that for inside a bracket I in ARR, and here let's print console.log ARR of I. Now let's see what we are getting the output. Let me run this. 76544. So yeah, 76544. This is our value which we are printing using the for loop, wherein we are not telling the for loop that we have any limit or something. It is creating a variable I who have the length of the array. So I will loop until the array's length or array's elements get over. So I will be 0 starting. So it will come into here, it will print the value of array of 0, which is 7, and then again it will go and then print and until it is end, which is 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so until it is 4, it keeps on printing. This is one way to print the array using for in. There is one more thing for of I. We tried I in and then we had to keep array of I. So let's just try another method, which is I of ARR, and then we will be printing only I. Let's see what happens. So we'll run the code. Again we are getting the same value. So here what happens in I of array, the I will have the first element, or it will keeps on looping. So I will have the value of array of 0, which is 7. So it will print the value of 7. Again I will get the value as 6. Again it will print 6. So this is another way to print the array using for loop. So these are the two types of for loops, which is for in and for off. So yeah, these are the basic two things in looping condition to loop through arrays, and the other one we have a normal or traditional way, which is for and initialization condition and then the incrementation. Okay, those three are the for loop conditions. That's it about in this video. In the next video we will be learning about functions and objects and all those. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you.